Hola amores, what's up guys? I'm back with another Let's Chat video. And for today, I wanted to do another, relationship type of topic because this is one that I've thought about over and over again many times. And it is the question, once a cheater, always a cheater? Or I guess that's more of a statement, but I'm putting it as a question. Like, is that statement true? So as someone who has been cheated on in the past, I would think about this a lot. And I would like to think that when most people cheat, there is some type of remorse or regret, and that they feel sorry for it and that they will change. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. So, when these things occur, I think we initially go into like questioning mode. We want to know the who, what, where, and the why. And for me, I would especially like focus on the why. Like, if you love your partner and you care about them, why cheat? Why? So I've spoken to many people about this, especially a lot of guys, because I wanted to get the man's perspective on this more than anything. And, I've heard a few different things. I've heard that for men, when they cheat, that a lot of times it's just purely physical type of thing. They don't usually care about the other chick that they cheat with. It's strictly physical. Even when this other girl becomes more of like a side piece, so she's kind of in the picture, a lot of the times they don't really care about the girl, whatever. I've heard some say that sometimes it's just kind of like a in the moment thing, and that men are more impulsive, and so they just end up doing it. And then I've heard others say that I don't know, sometimes the girl might just be something that they're not used to, or somebody that's different from their current girlfriend. So it's not that they want to be with this girl, but they decide to indulge and, see what it's like with this girl, whatever. So, I've heard a lot of different things. But something that I've heard multiple times is that when a guy cheats, it doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't love his girl. And that right there is what would confuse the hell out of me. Because I would wonder, if you love me, then why are you cheating? Like, as much as you may say that you don't care about these other girls, why are you cheating then? Like, why would you do something that if I find out, is going to deeply hurt me and upset me? And at the end of the day, it is a form of betrayal. So why do it? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is, if they cheat, will they do it again? So that is where I feel like it varies. And I feel like that depends on whether this person really cares about you, and if it really was a mistake, and if they regret it. Because I feel like when they don't regret it, or they somehow make themselves believe that it wasn't that big a deal, they're more likely to do it. Especially when you forgive them, and if they feel they can get away with it. Because maybe they really don't want you to find out, because they don't want to mess up your relationship with you. But, so I don't know, they'll go through like all these lengths to make sure you don't find out. But, so that's when I'm like, okay. So to keep it fair, women cheat too, okay? It's not just men. And I looked up an article, and it said 22% of men cheat, and like 14% of women cheat. So I don't know how accurate those statistics are, but definitely both do it. And many seem to believe that when a woman cheats, that is usually much more serious, because I think as women, we're a little more, prone to put up with BS. But once we hit like a certain point, like if we do decide to cheat, I don't know, I feel like as a woman, you have to be very upset in your relationship to get to the point of cheating. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I think you have to be at like some type of boiling tipping point to decide to actually go on and cheat on your man. I don't know. Y'all can tell me if you disagree with that or not. But, I think there are some signs that I guess you could look at to see if whether your partner, like if they cheat on you, whether they would be more prone to do it again or not. I think if they actually make more of an effort, like once it comes out to light, to better the relationship, and they go out of their way to make you feel secure and reassure you that it's not going to happen again and things like that, and they cut ties off with the person that they cheated on with, then I think it's safer to say that they won't cheat again. And then you can say, no, once a cheater, they're not always a cheater. But again, there's the other cases where they may cheat, you find out, they say they're sorry, they're never going to do it again, blah, 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 but you see them repeating the same patterns. And they may say that they regret it, or that try to say that they're remorseful about it, but they're really not. And it's more evident in their actions. And that's another big thing. I feel like you have to look a lot at their actions. And that is one area in which I messed up, because I listened too much to the words. Because at the end of the day, like, people know what you want to hear. So I would be told what I wanted to hear, but then the actions said something else, And so that was like my fault, because there were red flags that I either totally dismissed or didn't even see, and stuff just continues to happen, and dudes was getting away with it, and it was just a hot mess. And I just wish that people, before they decide to cheat, that they would think about the effect that this will have on your partner if and when they find out. Because, that crap can literally tear you apart. I can't even begin to tell y'all some of the stuff I went through with my ex. Like, it was serious. Just so much stress and just so much heartache, and it's hard to move forward because you're still like angry about it. Even to this day, even though my ex is long gone, like, I have moments where I will remember something and I'll be like, this, like, just random moments where I will remember something and connect the dots, and it's like, but this dude lied about this, but ooh, and it's like I still will get angry about it. And it's like you begin to question, like, is it me? Like, was it something that I did? Was it something that I did wrong? Or am I not enough of this or enough of that for them to even want to cheat? And which for me was just weird, because I was like, I'm a great girlfriend. Like, why would you cheat on me? Like, I'm not bad looking, I'm supportive, I'm loving, this and that. So like, why would you cheat? But that's when I've had other people say that, a lot of times it's not really about you, it is about them. Like, I know that line is kind of cliche, like, oh, it's not you, it's me. But in a lot of cases, it is really them. I had someone tell me that people will sometimes cheat and continue to do it and have multiple partners because they're trying to fill some type of void that they feel within themselves. And it's not something that you can really do. Or sometimes they're just unhappy with themselves, or there's some type of insecurity, and they are seeking some type of like validation from, the amount of people they can get or sleep with. And things like that. So it's very weird as far as, why people decide to do it. And I think there are cases in which the person really does care about their partner, but they just can't stop. And I think that's more when you start to get into like, sex addicts and stuff like that, where it's like they really just can't stop. And one partner maybe is not enough to satisfy their needs, and maybe it's something beyond their control. So I don't know, there's many different ways you can look at it. So overall, The answer to this question, I don't think there is a solid yes or a solid no. I think it really just depends. It depends on the person, it depends on the relationship, and how much they value that relationship at the end of the day. So let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments below, whether you've been cheated on or you know someone that's been cheated on. Like, do you think once a cheater, always a cheater? Again, I think it depends, but I also think that if they cheat and they get away with it, it's more likely that they'll continue to do it. So anyway, that was it for this video. Again, let me know your opinions down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.